Okay.
Right, I know she got all the tips
Listen,
and tricks and stuff.
All the bargains.
That's how I be outside.
Understandable. The price of everything is far too high.
Breathing
too
is
high.
expensive.
Far too high. But welcome to the bridge, ATL. Y'all already know who I am, Tyler, production guy. Usually behind the camera, but I'm over here. And with me, as always, is Kel, our co-host.
Whoa.
And we want you all to give a warm welcome to Ashley. She will be taking the place of Keisha, possibly? Question mark? I don't know, but y'all give her a warm welcome. Say what's up. And yeah. That being said, y'all doing all right today? Everybody's happy? Everybody live? Ready?
Hot.
I mean, yeah.
It is hot.
You know how it is.
Hot
So
is
hot outside.
Hot is an understatement, actually, which is crazy.
It ain't that bad.
Okay.
It was 96 degrees yesterday.
Brubby
with 40%
in his
humidity.
car in air conditioning.
It was hot.
As soon as I step out, it's over with.
I mean, it's bad, but it's like it could be way worse. You know what I'm saying? Like it can be so much worse. Like,
How?
let me explain. So like, you know how you walk outside and then you got everything's sticky, like super sticky.
Like
I don't
yesterday.
think I don't know. You sticky yesterday? I wasn't sticky yesterday for real. I ain't been sticky yet. You know
How
what I'm
long have
saying?
you been outside? Are you walking like from your car
Yeah.
to the crib?
Yeah.
To the
Outside,
car,
walking
to the
outside,
restaurant,
yeah.
the air conditioning? Doesn't count.
It don't.
I got
Be
out in my
outside.
garage and I got sticky. Pause.
It's crazy.
Anyway, that's
is
not
not-
the big topic of the day. What is the big topic is what's going on with that man Trump? Y'all saw he got shot at.
Pum pum. Pum pum.
I mean, I'm gonna start it off right.
No, please.
Let's get into it.
I don't even know what to
Fuck
say.
it. Let's
All
get
I
into
can
it.
say is we were a part of a historical moment.
Which one? We've
A
had
presidential-
9/11,
you're
we've had president campaign takeovers,
as
we've had
adults,
COVID.
though, as adults, this is a historical moment in the fact that we witnessed an actual assassination attempt on a president,
Our entire lives have been
On a
history.
former president.
former president.
Former president and
well, they refer to
presidential
him.
candidate.
They refer to him as president after they president, like his president Barack Obama.
No, they call Barack.
Yeah,
They
they
put
really
no
be trying that.
respect
They
on
really be
his
trying
name.
that man.
I was about to say it's
put
because
no
he black.
respect on his name.
Like that boy, you know what I mean?
Because they definitely
None.
all the headlines. President Trump shot at.
Yeah.
Insane.
'Cause Barack put in 8 years and then he don't get his credit.
At all.
I don't like that, but
They mad about them drones.
But I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna be a little heavy. You know what I'm saying? I'm more of a Joe Biden, you know what I'm saying, supporter than I am Trump. I have a friend group of mixed, you know what I'm saying? I have a friend group of pure Biden, group of pure Trump. In reality, from what I've seen and all the news that we get and all that, obviously what we're talking about is it staged or not? I'm gonna say it's not staged. People died, like real people died. He has injuries, you know what I'm saying? Shit happened, you know what I'm saying? And it's very dangerous, in my opinion, to say in public that it was staged. Even if it might have been. The only reason why is because you definitely don't want to really look at a situation like that with a light heart, you know what I'm saying, or think that it's not real. We've seen it happen many times where, people play with certain events and say, oh, it wasn't really real. Sandy Hook was one of those things. I forgot what the dude's name was. He's getting sued for like over $1 billion now because he
As
said
he
it was.
Oh,
should.
you talking about
As
Joe
he
Rogan?
should.
No, not Joe Rogan. It was
The other guy, he's like crying because they were taking his house. and
Alex
seizing
Jones?
his
Alex
assets.
Jones. Alex Jones played with Sandy Hook. Now he's paying out of pocket, and not just a financial thing, just a life thing. Like those kids were murdered. You know what I'm saying? The family's devastated and all that. So I don't want to talk about a situation where people's lives were erased
Lost.
and all that, and then I say that it's fake. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So definitely want to put a word out for Trump. You know what I'm saying? Thankfully he didn't get murdered. Thing is, because even if you hate Trump, if he would have gotten murdered, do you realize what his supporters would have done? Like they would have had free reign to really do whatever they want. Like they would have had
And
a
go to
purpose.
jail.
We're talking about a martyrdom that would have happened because he died. You know what I'm saying? Like the nation would have been really divided even more so than it is today. So thankfully he's not hurt. Obviously this is going to shake the political campaigns up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Ruffle little feathers out there. You feel me? So we here to get y'all ready for the ride. You know what I'm saying? Because it's about to get crazy out here for
Definitely.
real.
Definitely. No, like I was saying, definitely a moment in history. Like, we lived through a lot of history, like you were saying, COVID,
Our life is a history
9/11.
No, for
like
real,
we
yeah.
really,
If our kids need help, we got the answers.
right? Yeah, no,
We're
I was
there.
there. I
Like,
see it now. Like when
9/11,
you
I
have
was in
kids,
third grade.
and your kids gonna be
What you
like, "Were
wanna
you
know?
alive during 9/11?"
It was.
Like, yeah, I was.
It
And
was.
Were you alive when Obama got elected? Yeah, I was. Were you alive when Trump got shot at?
I was
Yeah.
alive
was
before
alive.
the internet, baby. I got you.
Right.
Got you. What you need?
So-
Who was alive before the cell phones, man?
Right. What you need?
Right. So it's like it's crazy, but yeah, I'm with Kel. As far as we know, it was real. We can't say it was staged or anything. As far as we know, it was real. People lost their lives. They did get the shooter. There's so many different angles. So the fact that we live in the information age now, it's crazy that there's so many angles.
How fast?
And how fast that news was like yeah. Because like when you think about it, like JFK got shot. They were scrambling to try
That's
and
what my
find
grandma said.
ways.
She was like, "You didn't know, and how did they find him in 2 minutes? Like it's crazy."
Yeah, like as soon as it happened, like you see video of the sniper spotting the dude. You see video of people filming the dude on the rooftop laid out. Like it's crazy. The whole thing is crazy. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad he's okay. But at the same time, dead or alive, this is gonna work in his favor, right? Like you said, if he would have got shot and murdered, it would have been a martyrdom, divided the entire nation.
Mm-hmm.
He's gotten winged, and then proceeds to take, unfortunately, one of the hardest pictures
Yo,
for a presidential campaign.
Let's talk real
Did you
quick.
guys see 50?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I was 50 was like a
as soon
ball.
as we were talking about it, because we were talking last
Yeah.
night about this, I was like, "What is he? 50 Cent, Mini Men, and all
All
over the
have us on
internet."
repeat.
And 50 will probably let him use his song. Playing
50 had him on stage.
with the
yeah.
Photoshop
Yeah.
picture. Yeah, that's crazy.
That is a great, but the picture he got, bloody face with the, you're not Black Power, but I get you. You know what I'm saying?
I don't get you. I don't. You're not God. I don't want it.
But like, it's
I see what
power
you're
to
doing.
the people. You know
I
what
see
I'm
what
saying?
you're doing. You feel me? But
I'ma stand
do
strong,
this.
like,
you can do this.
What is
maybe.
that?
I
What
don't
is
know.
that?
What is this? But
Isn't that the A in
That's
sign
the weak.
language?
That's the weak fist.
I think so. Oh,
but
no,
yeah,
A.
he out here like this. You feel me?
That's
And you know, bloody. You know what I mean? That's hard. It's a hard picture.
Yeah, it's
no
it's
lie.
gonna be on a lot of shirts. Y'all be prepared. Coming soon. No, I'm just kidding. But your turn. What you got to say?
I always have an unpopular opinion. I feel like I'm just a pot stirrer.
No, that's
No,
cool.
yeah, that's great.
We love the
Let's
unpopular
go.
opinion. You feel me?
I think it's really ironic that the king of fake news is now dealing with fake news. Like he coined the term like fake news, and now everybody's like, "But did you die? Like, did it really happen?" Like, I'm
Did
not-
you guys crazy?
I'm not gonna say it was staged because unfortunately I do know people that were there. I know people that were ducking and dodging bullets, and it's not cool. I don't think it was staged in a sense of it's not real, it didn't happen, but I do think somebody from his camp planned it. And I feel like they were like, "Oh my gosh, this would be good. It's gonna rally people up." Because how do you have a sniper who grazes your ear or your cheek or whatever, but avoids all major everything? Like, to me, it's just a little like, you're that lucky. Like, you're that blessed. Like, I love that for you. But like, what's the reality of that?
It's a lot of details in it, because it's like he was able to lay down in
He
public.
was able to get on the building in a full-blown military fatigue with a gun the size of him. It wasn't in a case or anything. Like, I've shot big guns. I mean, it's not an easy thing to just walk around. So you've gotten through this big crowd of people. You've climbed to the top of the roof, gotten situated and laid down, and you had like a clean
Shot.
sight view
Yeah.
to do this. It's too much. It's not somebody running on stage, pum pum. It's too methodical.
Not only that, it's like the reactions after it. Like, okay, you're getting shot. You proceed to get up and like take all these poses for these pictures, and it's like,
Secret
You're not
Service,
shaking,
man. What
you're
was
not
Secret Service
rattled,
doing
you're
though?
not
Like,
scared. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's a publicity stunt. And I'm sad that he didn't die because we're never going to hear the end of this. It's going to be, but did somebody that ran, did they survive? Were they shot at? Like, I'm the realist. And he's going to be able to identify with black people now because in addition to the 5 baby moms and all the multiple women and all the things that he does to make him black adjacent, now he's been shot at. Oh my God, we're never gonna hear the end of this.
we can't let that happen.
and the thing is, it's like it's not even him. It's us that's pushing that narrative. Like, oh, he's just like us.
Like what?
to every nigga that I know that say he like us, I should slap the shit out of you because it's wild to say. Like, it's just the wildest shit I know.
Psyops.
It's the wildest narrative I've ever heard any of us say, like, in life. Like, I'm
I
talking
would
about.
love to have a conversation. I know no black men that say he's like us.
Oh shit.
None.
Well, we got to
None.
set up
Listen,
a
I got a
meet and
I
greet.
got a
Yeah.
You know what I'm
couple of
saying?
I got a
Let's
couple
do it,
of.
because I would love to pick their brain.
You don't
I
want
would,
to.
I
I
would.
promise you don't want to
I would,
because
I would
I
love
can't even
it.
stand it half the time.
But
But
they're
yeah,
gonna be going in circles, basically, right?
yeah.
Usually
Run
it's
around.
just circular argument.
Yeah, that's all it is. Just
Without any real thought.
No
People just say
reasoning.
what they're just. I think they're just regurgitating
They're
what they see.
regurgitating hot topics, and I
Yeah.
think a lot of people say things just like Trump for the shock value.
Yeah.
I'm black and I'm gonna support Trump. That'll get them riled up today. Like, people don't know.
No.
Yeah.
People don't know.
They don't care. Everybody's just trying to get paid. But like I said, though, we live in the era of like information, and the fact that we have all these angles, and then there's also evidence that it could have been set up. And I mean, it's not that far fetched because how much is a life worth when it comes to a
Presidency.
president?
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
We are
when you
s-
come to controlling, I don't think people realize how insignificant we really are
no, for
to
real.
people in power.
I wouldn't even say that how insignificant we are to people in power. I think the bigger issue is how desensitized we are to everything.
That too. Yeah.
And it's like we have school shootings, and it's like, okay, like what's next? Like
At this
they
point, it's
happen
a
all the
forecast.
time. Like nobody cares. It doesn't have that initial like Columbine shock value.
Right.
It's not like, oh my God, like we buy our kids bulletproof backpacks. Like that's insane.
It's crazy to think about that they're bulletproof backpacks. That is
That are bigger than the
crazy.
child's body.
That is
Like that's insane.
Crazy.
But I will say, were you guys on? I cannot call it X, but were you guys on Twitter at all?
Oh no.
So I love Twitter. That is where I get my news because I hate watching the news. But as I'm on Twitter, I think it's so funny that all of these lovely Trump supporters are saying to arrest Biden. And they're like, Biden did it. You need to arrest him. You need to arrest him. But the funniest thing about it is all the work that they did to make sure Trump got off by giving him presidential immunity. Even if Biden said, I did it, they can't do anything.
No.
Presidential immunity. It goes both ways, guys.
So it's like, be smart. All these rules that you guys are trying to change to accommodate this person who clearly is not fit. Like, maybe he should run for governor of Florida against his best friend DeSantis, and then you guys can just all move there and pretend like it's a little country.
Oh man.
Because the rules that you guys are bending to try to allow this person to run the country, it's just backfiring. And it's like, even if he did, okay, I did it, now what? What are you going to do? He's unfit because he did something that was against the law, but you guys changed the law to make somebody that was unfit fit.
It's a matter of just people angry at the status quo. Really for no reason. I ain't gonna say for no reason. Obviously, there are reasons why people are angry. Maybe a secular little area for them folks might be better. You know
I
what I'm
agree.
saying?
I don't know.
Send 'em down there.
Would you want them to have their own corner of the United
They really
States?
kind of do though. Think about
What's
it.
the difference? Every state operates as an individual country, essentially. Like, everybody has their own rules. You have states right now that are mandating people to read the Bible in school, and you have other states that are like, absolutely not. DeSantis has taken Florida back centuries with what he's doing with education and just the rules in general, and he can do it. He can move with autonomy. If Trump really wants to be effective, go run against your best friend. You can make all the changes. You don't have to wait. You don't have to pretend that you're this stand-up person. You can go do whatever you want, and they're all going to just move down there and get you elected.
Yeah.
Do your thing. You got your little house in Mar-a-Lago. You can stop closing off the streets and messing up people's businesses. Just live there. Rock it out.
True. That's crazy though. To even think about, like, that's crazy.
I think that's the best solution. Do it. Move to Florida.
I just feel like Florida isn't big enough for all of them,
It is.
and they're gonna spread. They're gonna. The thing
ate
is,
by some alligators
you
out
would
there,
have
some
to
shit.
like legitimately give them like just y'all got it. It's all yours.
Take it.
And everybody else can move out of there who don't want to be there.
I
and
feel
go
like
wherever
if you
they
don't
want
want to be there, it is what it is. But look at the people, the majority of his support is Florida. Like, a lot of his support. I lived in Florida for 8 years. I'm originally from Pennsylvania and Ohio. You do have the up north rednecks that love him, but the majority of the people are down south. Now,
They,
you have-
they love them in Texas.
That's what I was
too,
gonna
though.
say.
Yeah.
Like I was about to say, Texas.
Yeah, they love them in
Texas
Texas.
is right there. Just hop on down. Hop on over.
I don't know about the middle
Texas
states.
would actually. It's crazy because a lot of Trump supporters would really hate each other if they had to live next to each
Yeah,
other. You know
they
what I'm
definitely
saying?
would
'Cause you got
because
the-
they're different
they're all
kind
dumb.
of.
You got the
You
QAnon
have-
section, and you got like the real conservative. You know what I'm saying? Like
you
Christian
have the
goers, and they would
Hispanics
hate
that
each
forget
other.
that they're brown people
Oh, yeah,
that he doesn't
those
like.
are the wildest
you
ones, for
have
real.
the Asians that forget. You got the white people that you got the rich white people. Then you got the poor white people that are like tax write-offs. You live in a trailer park. Stop.
Like you tripping.
Then you
This helps
have
no
you
one.
have the black people that aren't aware. Then it's just you have a big mix. But I feel like if you want it, they've already messed up Florida. Just go home.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see that group settling for something like that. They have the ideology that it is rightfully theirs. You know.
I agree. They also
So-
don't read. They don't know how to write. They don't understand all the things that they're upset about. Like, I'm tired of woke. Okay, what is woke? They can't tell you.
True.
We should read books that aren't violent. Put the Bible in. What? Like, it's just, the math is not math. And, like, they're not intelligent people. They're not forward. Not everybody. Like, obviously, you can be a Trump supporter and be smart, but the majority is not well read.
No.
No, I firmly believe that people are sheep.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. And people just don't critically think for themselves. Like it doesn't even take much to critically think. You just have to look at what you're saying and why does that matter to you? Why is that important? Are you just saying what you heard the next person say? Or are you just, regurgitating and just constantly like spitting it out and
Repeating.
not really trying to
But that's what
go
Trump
anywhere.
does, and that's
Yeah,
who they want.
and people love that because Trump is a very effective candidate, and this kind of goes into what I really wanted to get into is just talking about the candidacy, the presidential debate,
Yeah.
the whole back and forth. And like just with Trump, I do have to commend him because either it's him or his team, they know what words he needs to say, how
Shock
he
value.
needs to deliver it, and all of that to the point where he can radicalize these people. He probably don't even care about the people who
He
support
doesn't.
him.
He said it.
Oh,
He
no, then
literally
there's
said
that.
it.
Yeah.
I think
He
one
doesn't
of,
care. So like he radicalizes them and they're just like, oh, this is our leader, this is our great founder. If he actually was leading these people, they wouldn't know what to do. He wouldn't know what to do. They would all just be
they have
staring at
nowhere
each
to
other.
be led.
Exactly.
There's no end goal. And I think the biggest thing, somebody told me this years ago, when emotions are high, intelligence is low.
Yeah.
And he plays on people's emotions. And he can get them, whether it's racial, whether it's money, whatever it is. He gets these people riled up and then they're hype. Yes, we can do it, we can do it, we can do it, we can do it, we can do it. But there's no planning.
I mean, it's one of the largest forms of human manipulation I've seen personally in my adult life, in which somebody is able to completely shift a country. Because, the Republican Party was not like this. You know what I'm saying?
No,
it wasn't
no.
as radical as it is today in terms
I
of what
call
it is.
bullshit.
Well, in different ways, it was definitely.
It's been like that. It's just more in our face.
No, yeah, that's the
Yeah,
one.
they
That's
were
what I mean.
undercover
They
with
were
it,
undercover,
right?
yeah.
Like
The Klansmen, they're
Yeah.
under the hood.
Yeah.
They took the hood off.
They took it off.
Yeah.
They took the hood off.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
They're now able to, we've had this conversation. It's okay if you're friends with black people. It's okay if you're cool with black people. Don't bring them home. That's a form of racism.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
That's a form of racism. You're cool enough to be friends, but you can't
don't
date
bring
my
them
kid.
home.
Don't bring
That's
them
crazy.
home.
But to be
Because
so
that's
so
crazy.
powerful to allow the audacity, you know what I'm saying, to allow the boldness, you know what I'm saying, that's powerful in itself. That's kind of crazy.
I think to have the platform, to have the power. If there was a black person getting up saying, white people can't do this, white people shouldn't do this, they can't do this, they can't do that, we would never make it.
No.
Ever. The fact that he has a platform and can be openly racist, he can say ignorant things, the fact that they want him to be the leader of our country and he can't enter other countries because of his felonies is insane.
Very
You want
crazy.
a man who, any other person that has felonies cannot vote. If you can't vote, how can you be the president?
that is probably the craziest thing about this whole presidential race is that you can't vote as a felon, but you can run as one. That is so crazy.
You can't vote as a felon. You can't get most jobs as a felon. You can't get any
Your life is pretty
financial
much
anything. You're done.
screwed.
You don't exist. You cannot leave the United States as a felon. I think there's like 30 countries you can't go to as a felon. How are you going to be our president and you can't leave the United States? You can't come back into the United States and you can't visit certain countries.
And I guarantee, if he were to get elected, the conversation is going to go from, well, what are his felonies for? Just completely bypassing the fact that
stealing, and we're going to put
there
him in
are
charge of our
people-
money.
Exactly. People who have done far less than what he's done who have felony charges. There's people who've been wrongfully charged with felonies. Nothing is being done about that. Those people, who cares? But because he's running for president and he's like our racist supreme lord, we give him the benefit of the doubt. We give him whatever he wants. Let's do this. It's crazy. And I hate the fact that we are in this position as a country because when you look at it, it's not good on either side, unfortunately.
It's all embarrassing.
It's Biden is too old to be doing. I saw a video where they were talking about, oh, President Biden made it up the stairs to the plane without falling. Isn't that great? No assistance. And that's terrible to hear.
I also think that's agenda setting though.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah, no,
it's
it
really
definitely
it's
is.
really easy to like beef it up to cater to whoever you want to, and we know Trump is controlling a lot of the media
Oh, for
outlets.
sure.
So if I can just be an asshole and be like, oh my gosh, you tied your shoe today, yay. Like,
shit.
come
But
on,
the
Trump.
thing is,
When's the
too, Biden doesn't make it look good either. He
doesn't.
called that, what was the prime minister of, what country was that? It was another country, but he called him Putin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he called Zelensky the prime minister of
He also
Ukraine.
allowed them to come on our
President
soils in order to, what was it, like fight against Cuba? Like they're right on the Cuban border
Oh,
and
yeah.
everybody's now
Oh,
just finding out
yeah.
about it, but they've been there since like February.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the, and I think it goes into we need new rules.
We definitely need new rules. There
You
needs
should
to
not
be.
be over retirement age working in Congress or any field.
I think we need to.
like
The thing, though,
what are
the
you doing?
crazy
Why are you
thing
making
is,
decisions?
you want a president who has life experience, right?
Yeah.
You want somebody. You don't want a president who's too young.
What is
You
too
kind
young?
of too young. I mean, it's at 35 right now. I think that's fair.
Okay.
Granted, is every 35-year-old wise enough to lead the free world? No, definitely not. So that in and of itself, there's already specific requirements there. You have to make it at 35, and you have to be a intelligent individual who can understand the complexities of working with
And
other
then-
countries.
That's not a requirement.
Yeah,
I
because
know, but I'm saying
Oh,
it
you're
should
saying it should be
Yeah,
because I'm
yeah.
like, if that
No, you
was, we
just
wouldn't be
gotta be
having this
35.
conversation. I think there's like 3 legal requirements. I think
gotta be
you
35.
natural born U.S. citizen,
Yeah, natural born. yeah.
35 or older,
Mm-hmm.
and I forget the other one. But I remember the requirements are like nothing. It's
Yeah.
very, very sad.
No,
But you brought up the debate. What did you guys think?
So I remember watching the debate, and it happened earlier this month. And it was not a great watch because, like I said, you had Biden over here proving that he's too old to be doing any of this, stumbling over his words, trying to combat everything that Trump had to say, and then you had Trump just lying his ass off. He's just saying whatever. He's just like,
Being
I'm gonna say whatever I want.
And if
you
I'm
know,
loud enough, they're gonna believe
Exactly.
Yeah,
And it's
I mean-
even the craziest thing is the system of how they had to set up a debate. When you think about presidential debates, and I was younger when I watched earlier presidential
Yeah.
debates like with Obama and other people and like McCain and all that, they had control of their own mics. These two presidents didn't have control over their own mics.
Because of Trump last time.
Yeah.
Because he cannot be controlled. He's a child. So they had to take the power away. They basically had to shut off his mic because he just wouldn't stop and they had no control.
but even then, I think because me personally, the moderator, one of my favorite moderators of those presidential debates was Anderson Cooper. I felt like he kind of had that shit like on lock. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't there this time, so I think that might have been also why they did that. They had two. I don't know
I
if they're
doubt
brand
he
new.
even wanted to do that.
Were
bro.
they brand new or were they like?
I don't know. I think they were new.
Yeah,
I think they were.
'cause
That's
Anderson
the
Cooper would have
highlights. It
niggas
was
in line like, "Hey,
They,
bro,
they gave
you're
them
done."
fluff questions. It was
Yeah.
like it was such a by the books kind
But
of
it's
debate.
like you said, like it used to be presidential debates were about policy and what this is what I'm gonna do for the country, and you should vote for me because this is what I'm gonna do. I think Trump is playing the campaign game and not the presidential game.
Yep.
He's playing, okay, this is what I'm gonna do during my campaign. I'm gonna get all these people from my campaign, and when I get in office, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but shit, you're gonna have to wait and see. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's kind of how it works now.
yeah.
That's just how people's brains are wired now. They don't care about policy or any of that. They just care about, oh, do you sound good? Yeah, that sounds cool. Like,
Well, you know, people don't know how it works in general.
yeah,
Because there were a lot of people that were like, Biden said if he gets reelected, that he's going to change this, this, this. Like, why don't you change it now? I don't think people understand how the system works in general from beginning to end. So, like, it takes 4 years to see the
For
trickle down
policies,
of what
yeah.
happened. So when Trump was in office, he was riding on Obama. Then when he got out of office, Biden is playing cleanup from Trump. And then if Trump gets elected again, he's going to be riding on Biden. And then when he leaves and everything hits the fan again, he's going to be like, see, it's because I'm not in office. Like, it's not my fault. And you can't just change stuff because you're president. You can't just wake up and say, all right, we're going to stop all these abortion bans and we're going to stop this and stop that. Like, Like the president has no power.
There's policies, and that's another thing, right? They've basically, politics have gotten so messed up. Like even in the Supreme Court, they've stacked the people that they want in these positions. They've put all these people up there to just go against everything.
Because they're playing the long game.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to say the 4 funny things because I know that's going to lead us into
the top
project.
4,
Yes.
the funniest moments from the debate.
Yes. So my first one was them arguing over golf and talking about having a driving contest and who has the best handicap. So I think it went over a lot of people's heads because I don't think they understand like how that works. So the driver is just the really big club that you hit. It's normally when you tee off. So they're arguing over who has obviously the lowest golf score wins, but they're arguing over who has the lowest handicap, and the debate is just so dumb. Like we're over here with real issues, and you guys are like, I play golf better than you.
And
Well, I had more time.
and the majority of people who are listening don't even know what the hell y'all are talking about. So it's like, what do you,
We have hungry children. We have power outages. We have heat waves. We have people with no clean water.
I was about to
We
say,
have,
Flint still ain't got clean water.
and still has not, and all that water that was sent was found in an abandoned school like a year ago. What are we doing? You have people that are attacking women's rights. And I mean natural born women. I hate that I have to say that, but people that are born with a vagina and ovaries and can reproduce children are having an attack placed on us. We have a pink tax. We are told that we can't have birth control. But then if you get pregnant, you can't get an abortion either. And if you get raped, you can't have an abortion. And if your pregnancy is killing you, you can't have an abortion. And if you lose the baby at home, you can go to jail too. But we're arguing over golf. That's insane.
this is America.
The next one, Trump, literally. Trump saying Biden doesn't care about the military at all when he faked an injury to not have to get drafted. That's a little insane to me.
Yep.
Trump making the black job comment.
Black jobs was going up. It was going crazy. Everybody was trying to figure out what the hell a black job was.
I mean, we know
It's
what
funny.
black jobs is. You know what I'm saying?
They
I'm
But-
not
glad-
really. Let's be real. They're not black jobs. They never were
No.
black jobs. These were just jobs that people didn't want to do, and he just said they were black jobs.
So stop. That's the thing. They are black jobs because that's why when our names pass these desks, we're not getting them.
Exactly.
Because you're not applying to be a janitor or custodian. We're not doing the work that they don't want to do. And I think it was very telling when he said black jobs and everybody was clapping and agreeing because they're basically saying you cannot sit with us. What did Olivia Pope's dad tell her? It doesn't matter how much you know, how much you do, you have to work twice as hard and be twice as good to get half the recognition.
Yeah.
Black jobs, I will say.
What buddy say on the he changed his name to get a job? I know you heard about it.
Yes,
You heard
and
about
he's suing.
Yeah.
He applied for like a year and
Yeah.
they gave him the runaround. He got 2 interviews and he's suing them.
That's crazy.
Changed his name, got a job.
Same exact resume and everything.
It's yep.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But I believe it though. I definitely believe it. But didn't affirmative action get like reduced or something? It was reduced. It wasn't completely wiped clean.
It's gone for higher education. It's gone.
For
And now
education, but not workplace.
correct. But now you have all the people that thought because white people have done a great job brainwashing everybody.
Man,
like
what?
if they didn't do anything else good, they did a great job of making people
this all
in
the time.
other countries believe black Americans are just lazy, that they don't want to work, they're not smart, we don't get good grades. The only way we have money is if we're drug dealers or athletes. I think it's really funny to see the other brown people with their 4.5 GPA, 10 jobs, extracurriculars, crying because they can't get into Harvard.
Right.
And they're like, what's wrong? This isn't fair. Yeah, that's why we had affirmative action.
Yeah.
And you were dumb.
They
And you
were the
believe
ones who
these
wanted it
people.
repealed.
They did, and that's why it's so hilarious to me because welcome to the party.
Yeah.
Welcome.
They're not going to enjoy it either because it's not a fun party.
Nah, hell no.
Like I said, I always say the same thing. Like I say, not that white people are great at brainwashing, but that the slavery racism pipeline that they've put us under was very effective.
Yes.
It's
It's the biggest mind fuck ever because you got mad at people who said, I don't want to work for free. I don't want you raping and killing us. That's it.
That's
just
it.
pay us. Like, just pay us a livable wage. And these people said, fuck you. Everybody, they're lazy. They don't want to work. They can't read. They can't do this. They can't do that. They don't want to do anything. And I mean, it goes down to the Asian culture. They have umbrellas when they go to hot places because the lighter your skin is, the more wealthy you appear to be.
Yep.
Just
I think I talked about this on another episode before, like just how like colorism
Complexion.
is
Colorism,
everything
yeah.
in India.
Because
You're
it's
not
not,
supposed to be dark.
it's
You're
not
supposed
just a
to be
thing out
light.
here, it's a thing internationally as well, yeah.
Being pale or being paler or like lighter
Fair
is
skin,
always
yeah.
sought after.
But to do that and then reverse Uno it with we vacation in the Hamptons to get darker is insane. Like, anyways, the next one, and this is the final one I had, was Biden's look when Trump brought up the super predator
predators.
comment. It was like, oh
He was like,
shit,
I said
did
that?
I say that shit? Did I say that shit? Did that happen?
He was looking at the teleprompter dude, probably like
You guys aren't about to put this shit on TV, are you? Like, it looked like he was waiting for it to like come up behind him and be like,
on a
I
big
did
TV
it,
screen.
yeah.
I'm always reminded of a movie called Idiocracy during this time. It's a movie where basically a dude during our time gets frozen, and he wakes up. Well, a dude from like the early 2000s gets frozen. He wakes up during like this time, like the 2030s, 2050s. Terry Crews is the
it's
president.
like a really low budget movie.
Yeah.
Like it would have
Yeah.
been a blockbuster.
And because he's
I think I've
smarter
seen it.
than the average person, they put him in jail, like smart jail.
Yeah.
And everybody else is dumb. They don't drink water. They drink Gatorade. The president is Terry Crews, who's
Bro, this
also
is
a
Florida
wrestler.
if Trump is in charge.
Yeah,
It's
basically.
Florida.
Everybody drinks Gatorade. There's no water, just only Gatorade, and yeah,
Oh my
it's
gosh. I feel like the
being
Trump
stupid
supporters
is,
need to
yeah.
watch that and then just go.
they'll probably love it.
No, for real, they
Like
probably
the
on
nice
board.
smirk.
They're on board with it right now.
But yeah, that's crazy. The super predator thing though, that's funny. Did he even say that though? I remember seeing reports that it was mostly Hillary who had said that.
So yes, Hillary said it when she was an intern, when she was a teenager. And she said, I believe that black men needed to be exterminated. And she wanted to start mandating everybody to get vasectomies because we were an issue.
She wanted to castrate us.
Yeah. And then, hey, Hillary, I remember when you popped up on Bethune-Cookman University's campus out of nowhere with 4 black SUVs, popped up during homecoming out of nowhere, said, vote for me, vote for me, vote for me, took a bunch of pictures and then dipped out. I guess she was overwhelmed with the predators.
And that's why she lost against Donald Trump.
Amongst other reasons.
her best friend, her friend.
Oh,
Because they were friends. They vacationed
Yeah,
together.
that was cool, yeah.
that's crazy.
Like, it's nuts
And
to
they
me.
immediately went to being enemies. That's crazy.
You know how it goes, man.
This whole system is just crazy. But yeah, that presidential debate issues and like just even thinking overall, we're stuck in that whole best of best of two evils?
Yeah.
Lesser of two
The
evils.
Lesser of two evils.
And that is a terrible ideology when it comes to voting for who's going to lead your country. Because I don't want no evil leading
So
my
which
country.
evil would you pick? Because
I
I mean,
mean-
we're stuck now.
I would prefer to stick with Biden. I mean, he did get rid of student loans. He ain't get rid of mine.
Whose student loans?
He ain't get rid of mine.
Whose?
He got rid of our camera guy back here.
Aren't you fucking blessed?
That's what I'm saying. Like, he got rid of yours?
Yeah.
What
Oh.
the fuck? We got 50%? Why am I not included?
I ain't get diddly squat.
I don't even use my
I mean,
degree.
They
So-
said they
so-
hit me up with
so me-
income-based repayment plans. They like, hey nigga, you making money,
See,
ain't you?
I went to a community college before I went to a 4-year, so you know I had to pay that much anyway. Got in with grant, you know.
I ain't even finished college. That's the
I
crazy
literally
part.
So I
have
ain't have that much.
$20,000 of interest.
See, I ain't had that
They
much.
need to go to jail. Interest.
I think I got that too.
Yeah,
Interest.
I'm right there with you.
They need to go to jail. This is predatory.
It very much so is.
I don't identify as that girl then, so I should not have those.
Also worked in financial aid and finesse my little. You know what I mean? You know how you.
Hey, bro. Shh.
We don't see you next week. We know
IRS
why.
always watching. But no, I mean, I give him credit for that. But like, even still,
He said everybody. I'm somebody. He said everybody. Don't give him credit. He lied.
I mean, he trying.
He
He
lied.
trying. I'll give him that. He trying.
He
He
lied.
trying.
He's
They
not.
sent me there was like a lawsuit recently, wasn't there?
Which one?
For student loans, because I got an email saying something about
For like
there's a-
DeVry or something?
No, it was overall one. They were saying something about the income-based repayments or something. Like, I guess they're not right or something
The
like that.
IDR, I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, they send that to everybody, but it's not what you
It's
think
not
it is.
anything. Oh,
I haven't
well,
gotten
then never mind.
anything.
I got that because, like I said, they've been on me. They're like, hey, bro, you working. We see you making money. Let's.
I'm too busy trying to
Where's
pay my
that
rent
about?
that went up for an apartment that hasn't changed.
Right.
And
that's-
gas.
yeah.
And
But,
Yeah.
food that hasn't changed.
yeah, facts. I'm hoping it come down, but we'll see. But back to what I was saying with like Biden, I have to go Biden. I just don't want another Trump election cycle. I wasn't as aware. He really made me super hyper aware of like politics. I was a casual politics kind of person. Like I kept up with the policies and I questioned why I should just vote for Obama. Like, you know, my family's like, oh, he's black, he's Democratic, vote for him. And I was like, should I though? What are his policies? What is he going to do that's going to help me? And I'm, you know,
Yeah.
and that's when I like research. But like,
No, Biden said you ain't black if you don't vote for him anyway. So you know, you lose all your shit.
I mean,
I
I
don't
guess
think he
because
has
a
the
white man
ability
can take away
to
the
revoke.
ability of a black person
That
being
shit
black.
was-
Like,
hey,
hey
that
man,
shit
go ahead,
was
take that off. I'll
crazy.
take some of that privilege. But you know, it's just crazy. Like, it sucks. But Biden is unfortunately, which is crazy to say, my choice. I just don't want another 4 years of Trump because I started having like slight fears that he was gonna say the wrong thing to the wrong person, and them niggas was just gonna attack. Granted, we have the best military in the world.
Do we?
But we can still get fucked up.
Our military has been trained by other countries' militaries.
True. I think we just have the largest, most funded military. I think we have the most money that we just throw out. You know what I'm saying? The defense budget is
We
probably
like Batman
ridiculous.
compared to other countries. Kind
Yeah,
of, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
we're
Like, oh,
like-
you got that? Oh, we got.
But
this
I mean,
stuff.
Batman is effective at his job. I
true.
don't think we're that effective at ours.
I don't think we are.
Unfortunately, it's crazy to keep saying these things about a country I lived in, and I never thought it would get
Live.
to this point. Oh yeah,
You're here.
Right. My bad. My bad.
Look, he already gone. He's
You're
like, I
right.
don't
Where
live
are you
here no more.
going?
I might be absconding. I don't know. We'll see.
Right.
But yeah, that's just where I land. You know. So.
I mean, me personally, it's really an emotional thing. It's really a feeling thing because you know, policy wise, I don't mind what Biden's been doing. I mean, I think he's been playing it by the book for since he's gotten in, which is I guess it's fine. I guess it's okay. Maybe a little bit compared to Trump, who kind of goes. He doesn't even do anything. I think he has like a shadow.
No,
group
he
of
probably
people.
He probably has like
He
a
has
person
people.
over him. Like,
He
hey,
has
no,
people-
you
yeah,
can't
don't
do that.
Yeah, like he's like a
No,
puppet.
you can't say that. You
For
can't say
sure.
that.
And that's the main thing I don't like about that is like, bro, you're not even running it for real. I think he's taking the most breaks as a president in history
He did.
by like double. Like
He
it's
did.
like
Oh, like
yeah,
vacations, right?
Yeah, he did.
Like
Yeah.
double. Like, bro, you're not even doing nothing. So it's like, okay, so do I choose a nigga who doesn't do anything, or do I choose a person who
I know he
just
ain't
plays
do
by the book?
nothing because you know when you go in the office, you look a certain way, and when you come out, you look a different
And he
way.
came out
He came out looking the same.
during the pandemic, like, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, it's all
Bro
good.
came out like energy full, all that. He
wasn't working.
He wasn't working. No, because
That mayor
every
of Chicago
president.
looked crazy. If Chicago tore her up
Yeah.
like that, the United States should
Oh,
have
yeah.
tore him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look at Obama. Obama came out super
Obama
great.
went in there looking like he was in his
He went
early
to war.
30s, like early 30s, late 20s, and then he came out looking like he was like
50.
50, 60 something. I was like, dang.
But yeah, like,
It's only been 8 years.
but when
Only.
I say it's like a feeling or emotional thing, it's based off of like he's literally in our faces. You know what I'm saying? Blatantly saying, "I'm gonna do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. Your people are still gonna vote for me, and it's just not gonna matter. Whatever these presidents did before me does not matter. I'm gonna do what I want. I have my people with me. So go ahead and you know what to do, right? And so I see, like I say, I see a lot of my friends eating this up. You know what I'm saying? Eating up this rhetoric, really taking it in and truly believing it, and it's frightening. You know what I'm saying? Because they're serious, whether they do vote or not. And that's the part that I just can't allow to come to office, where you coming in with a guy who's not really fit for the job at all. We know the people he's working with are criminals. You know what I'm saying? We know that they've done bad shit, but everybody's okay with that. Just the ignorance of the whole situation and him manipulating that to his advantage. That sounds like some devil type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really subscribe to that. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. You feel me? So
Yeah. No, I get you.
yeah.
I understand.
I want him to
Completely
win.
Yeah.
I do. I want Trump to get elected, but before y'all come over here and don't watch the rest and attack me in my comments, listen.
I'm gonna put my pitchfork down.
Right. I want Trump to win based on the simple fact that he's going to lower interest rates like he did last time. He's going to make certain changes that I feel like will benefit us. So when he was in office last time, lowest interest rates for houses, cars, everything. So financially, it really did benefit us. And right now, with everything being so high, I think it's going to be great to see that again. I think that with the caveat we need to prepare to be in a financially stable position to act and so that it can benefit us. And we need to get the House majority Democrat because then he won't be able to do anything. And that's what the issue that Biden's having. So you have lovely people like Jasmine Crockett who are going hard and going against the bad built, butch body, blonde woman who I think she's from Florida. Ironically,
Ain't she? Is it Florida? Or is it Georgia?
Or is
Ain't
it
she?
Georgia?
Georgia.
I think she's one of ours. Yeah. Anyways, if we can have more people like Jasmine, it'll be fantastic. Trump getting elected will force them to change a lot of the felony requirements. So it will help us be able to vote more. Not to say that black people are the only people with felonies, but we do know, thanks to the Reagan administration, the majority of us do have felonies.
Yeah.
So they're not going to be able to let a felon run the country and not change stuff that's in place.
Right.
So I do think there will be a lot of benefits. However, we do need that backbone of us primarily, or Democrats primarily, being in Congress to help alleviate Republicans running everything, because Project 2025 is a mess. Trump has openly said that he has nothing to do with it, which technically, yes, he's not lying. Project 2025 is written every 4 years and it's just a manifesto. So whoever's running for president is going to be able to look at it. Reagan was the first president that openly supported it and ran with it and said it was cool. He took a lot of stuff out. It's highly conservative. Now that Taraji P. Henson spoke out and said, look into Project 2025,
Right.
people are waking up. And
Do
Trump
you
is
think it
stepping
was
away.
Taraji that really did
Yes.
this?
I think so, yeah.
Absolutely.
Which is crazy when you
Shout
think about
out,
it.
girl.
Shout out.
You did that.
No,
Everybody
definitely
was-
shout out. But you know what's even wilder? So before she even said anything, I remember seeing a TikTok where somebody said, Project 2025. Y'all need to look that up.
Several people. Go
Project
on
2020.
TikTok.
Twitter and TikTok. You know, they
crazy.
be
And
on.
I-
They
as
be
soon as I saw that
anywhere,
one
yeah.
TikTok, I started seeing it everywhere.
Yeah.
So I was like, what is Project 2025? And they basically likened it to turning us back into slaves.
Yeah.
Without us being like in the fields and doing stuff, but basically
Women
turning
are
us
baby
into
factories.
Like, slaves and women are baby factories, like taking away their ability to have any autonomy.
I
over
wonder
their
if that was
body.
in the script. You know what I'm saying? Like, was that off script? That's
What
crazy.
you mean? No, it was
Taraji?
definitely off script.
Okay.
Yeah,
was
they
definitely
would have
off
never
script.
allowed her to say it. It became one of the most Googled things they
Yeah,
said
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
overnight.
Yeah.
Because
And-
people were like, what is that? What's she talking about? But that's the crazy thing is that we as a people have to see a black celebrity say something about something that affects us, and none of us are even thinking, oh, I should have researched this beforehand, or none of us cared. Everybody thinking Trump finna cash out, give us stimulus checks. That's not gonna happen.
He held up this first stimulus checks to have his name on it. Like, he's not for us. But with Project 2025, I took a couple things that I think were important in this long ass 900-page document. So, let's see. The first one, so I did feel like Trump is lying because this was directed specifically for him. Trump can get rid of 50,000 jobs with no excuse or reasoning. And then he can just hire his homeboys to take over, kind of like he did in the White House. So he can have Jane over there become the EPA head, but she can also be somebody that, has been breaking the EPA rules for the last 20 years and it doesn't matter. It's very scary that no rhyme, no reason, no qualifications, 50,000 people can just be gone.
Yeah, I think that's wild because, that's like getting rid of anybody who opposes you and just saying, all my homies, we ain't here.
But he
It's
did
Hitler.
that. He did that when he first got in. I
Yeah,
think.
he
I
was
wanna say-
slowly-
He hired his daughter,
Kicking
he
people out,
hired
yeah.
his son, he hired everybody that was yes men behind him. And that's why, he literally broke all the rules. His supporters said, you know what, it's not fair. You broke the rules, but you deserve another chance. So let's just ignore it.
Which is wild. Like, they're just okay with this man. But I think they know he has a strong chance of winning. Even with him being
A convicted
impeached
felon.
twice as well. Like, well, not fully convicted of the impeachment, but being investigated to be impeached twice as a president in one term, kind of crazy.
Who was it? Reagan didn't even have all these issues. Like, it's very embarrassing. What a
This
time.
is now we're seeing the problem with celebrity presidents. Keep this in mind.
He wasn't a good businessman.
No.
Like, I hate the argument of like, oh, it's so great to have a businessman in office. He sucked at his business. And guess what? He sucked at his president too. But he's a prime example of people coddling their children and not telling them, like, no, you cannot sing. Shh. No, you are not good
No,
with
that's
people.
facts.
Stop.
No, you cannot be
No.
president.
I started with a small $1 million loan from my dad. That's how I got my business off the ground.
Oh, your story is so powerful.
What? What?
terrible.
No, it's. I mean, he's also. I think he was connected with like mafia mob ties, which is why a lot of his construction went up too. So you know.
I mean, he's based in New York.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like his
Like,
Based in New
his
York.
if you know,
connections
you
really
know.
got
He's
him where he's
white.
at.
He's got money.
He has
Connections.
multiple construction situations. I mean, it's not hard to connect some
Yeah.
dots. This was a really good one. The national abortion ban, just straight across the board, no abortions. No age minimum, maximum. So if a 12-year-old is raped, she will now be a mother.
What's the agenda on that, by the way? Like, what is the deeper reasoning outside of religion for abortion? What is the do we know?
I think it's numbers.
What you mean?
I think the percentage of 100% Caucasians is dwindling.
Oh, okay.
Like-
Also, you think it's more of a agenda to have more Caucasians having more babies?
Yes. So think about it. If black women or any other ethnicity were having these issues where we're just terminating our pregnancies, do you honestly think that there would be a national ban? These services were never created for us. How many black people do you know that have abortions? Because growing up,
religion has like
it's
wiped
not,
that.
It's not religion. It's our obsession with the struggle. You're going to deal with this
I feel
because
like-
you did this, and you're going to be a grown up, and you're gonna tough it out. White moms, absolutely not, Abby. This is not fitting our plan. You are going to Notre Dame. You're gonna shut the fuck up. You're gonna marry a
Notre
nice
Dame.
man,
Hold on.
and you're gonna do well. And you're gonna join Tri Delt, and you're
Look.
gonna be perfect.
That's
Notre
crazy.
Dame.
This baby
Nah,
does not
Notre Dame.
fit in my goddamn
Nah,
agenda.
that's crazy. Yeah, that's true.
And I'm
though.
putting your ass on birth control. What?
Yeah, they don't play that shit.
That is not an us issue.
And you don't tell nobody, okay?
Yeah, black
We don't
parents
speak
is-
about it.
as
This is your third
punishment, you
abortion
keep
this
that
year.
child. Like,
Shit.
Third one.
no, that's facts though.
Like,
Now that I really think about it, because I knew a white girl who had a baby and then she was like, "I'm gonna get an abortion." It was casual for her.
Yeah.
Like then I knew a black girl who got pregnant and she was like, "I don't know what I'm gonna do." And I was like,
Yes.
"You can't have an abortion." And she was like, "No, I can't."
It's not a
do
thought for
that.
us. It's
I'm not gonna
not.
do that. Like he's not gonna be in her life. I'm like, bro.
I know girls that
What?
popped Plan Bs and abortions like it was just a thing. I'm like, bitch, there's birth control.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? What are you third abortion in a year? How what? Taking Plan Bs every month? Like it's insane. I think the
Playing in
numbers
haunted mansions.
I think the numbers are dwindling and they want to increase. Yeah, that was shady. Shady.
It's
That's
okay.
shady.
It's
That's
okay.
shady.
It just be like that sometimes.
But I think the no abortions is crazy because half of the people that said no men opened up to saying they've paid for abortions. So it's cool when you do it. It's a problem when other people do it.
So like my thing is, if they do abortion bans, are they gonna do like a stronger thing on child support?
No, there's a woman in, I think it was Cleveland, Ohio, who called her doctor. She's like, I think I'm having issues with the baby. They were like, do not come in. She ends up miscarrying, pees this little baby out. It's not a full human, but it's
a
like,
fetus, yeah.
her little, but I mean, it's a thing. Calls, says, what am I supposed to do? Flushed it. The doctor's like, all right, come back in, whatever. They didn't want to touch it because the baby was already dead, so they knew her body's going to do what her body does, but it's technically considered an abortion. This woman is now facing criminal charges for losing her baby, and they said destroying evidence because she flushed the goddamn toilet. So you wanted her to go in the toilet, scoop it out, and then bring it back to the hospital?
Just bypassing all the trauma that could probably cause anyway.
The trauma that it has caused, because now she's on trial for an illegal abortion when all she did was have a miscarriage. And I mean, Planned Parenthood keeps all of the aborted fetal cells. They keep them, they use them for stuff. Red dye
Stem
25
cells
is
and all
aborted
that,
baby
yeah.
fetal cells. So next time you're chomping on them hot Cheetos. That's where it's coming from.
Hold up, what you mean? What hot Cheetos got? What are you talking about?
She said it's
Red dye, red 25,
Comes
has
from what?
aborted baby fetal cells in it. So when they take your child and they suck it out of you, kill it, they keep it in a container. It's medical waste. It's then repurposed and used in our food.
You knew that? You knew that?
Look it up.
Oh, hell no.
Look it up.
Hot Cheetos went
Look
platinum
it
in
up.
the hood.
Anything with red dye. Look it
Yeah, I
up.
mean anything with
Kool-Aid?
red dye.
Look it up.
Everything, bro.
Look it up,
Kool-Aid,
man.
Skittles,
Red dash
M&Ms,
25. Google, baby. Google.
Twizzlers, all that. Food,
Google.
regular food. It's in everything.
Google.
We've been eating crazy stuff for years. We just now getting to the point where
And
we're learning.
we're worried about 3D printed meat. You don't know what you've been eating.
We probably already been eating
No,
3D
you-
printed meat, 3D printed cows and everything. But
Impossible burgers
either
that
way,
they were saying had other stuff in
that,
it.
that abortion ban is crazy. But
All right, what else?
What else
Okay.
did they have here?
Eliminating the Department of Education because our country's not dumb enough. So they said, and I quote, bureaucrats at the Department of Education inject racist and anti-American ahistorical propaganda in American classrooms. So they want to completely eliminate the Department of Education, and then they want to add reading the Bible. That needs to be mandatory in schools. Thoughts?
So it's like, I know in Florida they're trying to do that anyway. I know part of it is because they're scared that they're teaching white children to be guilty for slavery, which
Yeah.
is, I mean, that's not the case. It's just,
Acknowledgement.
regular history. You know what I'm saying?
Acknowledgement.
That's all it is. We're not even fluffing nothing up. You know what I'm saying? We're just telling it how it is, and they don't like that. So I get that part. Because to be honest, if white people understood their past and really had some kind of not even guilt, just understanding of what happened to remove what happened before, more policies will be more in black people and other races' favor. You know what I mean?
I think it's people. If you know your past, you're not going to repeat it. But if you don't know what's happened, of course you're going to keep making the same mistakes.
Exactly.
And I feel like it's just empathy. I have white friends. I don't need my friends to be sad for me, but I need you to acknowledge that my grandmother drank at a colored water fountain.
Mm-hmm.
She's in her 70s. Like, this isn't something that happened 500 years ago. I'm German. I'm German and Irish and black. I want to stop learning about the Holocaust because it hurts my feelings. Are we going to take that out?
Right.
I'm sad.
no,
I
they
shouldn't
gonna
have
make
to
sure
feel
they gonna make
bad.
sure we know about that one.
Why are we dredging on the past? It doesn't hit the same. But it's okay to say, we're tired of hearing about stuff that your grandparents, they know it. We're tired of hearing about that. And I'm not, what's the new popular phrase? I'm not anti-Semitic. I'm not. I have Jewish
The
friends
new
too.
popular phrase.
It is. It's been thrown around like hot
Oh,
Cheetos.
snap.
It is.
Tired of hearing it. Everything is anti-Semitic. Everything.
Yeah, as soon as you
Everything.
mention anything about Jewish people.
Anti-Semitic. I saw a Palestinian man on Delta wearing a pin. He's anti-Semitic. Maybe he's Palestinian.
Shoot, there was one who was wearing his head wrapped, and a lady was mad at him and yelling at him on the streets in the middle of, like, you just minding your business, walking, and some random lady just come at you yelling that's anti-Semitic. You're supporting Palestine. The dude is Palestinian. He got his hair wrapped.
He might be Muslim. He might be greasing his locks. She should have mind her business.
People are crazy. Yeah, Board of
We-
Education, please don't do that.
I want them to add the Bible.
For comprehension or for religion?
It's going to be comprehension.
Okay.
You have people that are atheists, that are teachers. They don't ask you your religious values when you teach. But I would love, I just think about all my asshole teachers who ripped apart the books that we have to read critically and had all these great out of the box thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I would love for them to be like, okay, how do you feel that God told you to take your only son to the top of the hill and kill him? What do we think? Is he a normal person?
If we're gonna do that though,
Like-
I would want other religious texts in there.
Every religion.
The
I think.
Quran, all
Yep.
of that.
I
What
think-
else? What, the Torah?
Torah. Yeah.
Yep, do it in a big class. Make it the year. First semester, you read the Bible. Second semester, you read the Torah. Third semester, you read the Quran. Fourth semester, you pick out of the 3 what you like and go about it. I think it'd be dope. All religions are the same. They're based in the same thing. It just goes based off of traditions and what fit culturally. So I would love to have a critical thought behind it.
The philosophies and the ideologies of religion are just basically to teach you how to be a better person, and the lessons that you can learn from it will give you more of a conscious mind in not doing some of the fucked up shit people do nowadays.
Hopefully, because Old Testament God was that man.
Yeah,
He was that guy.
Wild. But like
he was running the
people
score.
through comprehension, you should understand that not that you should be like God, is that there are severe consequences to actions, and then sometimes things happen for no reason.
Facts.
You see, we learned Confucius in school, so I think that's the closest thing
I
to
went over that
philosophical.
too. I went to Catholic school for a year, so I had to read the Bible.
Oh yeah, that
And,
comes with it.
I mean, that's different. You got to pray to Mary. It's a lot.
Yeah, I believe it.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
We have promoting traditional gender roles for men and women. They want gender roles similar for like men work specific jobs and women stay home.
They just stay home.
They want like a nuclear situation. So like
families, yeah.
2-parent household, 2 kids, boy, girl, white picket fence. And I think because they're conservative, they mean boy, girl, not identifying as.
Oh, okay, yeah. 'Cause I was about to say.
They want like the real, they're taking it back. White picket fence, the
I
dog.
don't think that's a policy that should be forced on people. If a woman wants to work a hard job, she should be allowed to work a hard job. As long as she's
as long as you
performing.
can do it.
Yeah. If you can't do the job, then don't be mad
Period.
that
I don't
you
care
can't
who
get
you
the
are.
job. Like if I tell you got to go work on an oil rig because you want to, and you can't manage and you can't handle it, it's too much. Then
I think we should all have the same opportunities as long as we have the same qualifications.
Yeah.
But again, if they're telling us to lift 100 pounds, I'm going to have to bow out. Y'all got it.
yeah, it should not
Like,
be.
I'm
There
not
shouldn't be
doing
no
that.
like, oh well, because she's a woman, we'll hire her because she can do at least.
Because there's some strong bitches out there.
No, yeah.
You wanna do that, go ahead.
For real.
You got it. I'm going to sit in the air conditioning. Okay. We did. Trump can hire whoever he wants, his friends. Oh, yeah. On January 25th, Trump said, and I quote, "First, I will immediately issue my 2020 executive order restoring the president's ability to remove rogue bureaucrats, and I will wield that power very aggressively." That
That's
was
part of 2025.
yeah.
Trump said that,
Trump said that verbatim.
but then he said he doesn't know about Project 2025.
Correct.
He knows about it. He's talked about the
He
Heritage
said he
Project
knows
before.
about it. He just is not pushing that agenda. So again, it's held by the Heritage Foundation. They write it every 4 years. So he's aware of it and he's not lying. He didn't write it. But to say all of that and then say, "Oh, I don't have anything to do with Project 2025" is just kind of like,
I mean, his homies are in his people who are in his cabinet are part of that project. I mean, you know, so
Yeah, it's going to be a Republic. Look, the thing about Project 2025 is Trump doesn't enact it, the next Republican is going to do it. They're going to keep pushing it on the next Republican until one of them takes it, right?
Yeah.
Until one of them actually does it. They're going to keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. So
they've literally never given up.
Yeah, the most important thing is that if we are going to go Republican, we elect a Republican who has control over his own cabinet, who's not a puppet. Because Trump is basically a figurehead at this point.
Yeah.
And I fear that just because he doesn't care about it doesn't mean it won't happen. He might have people who are telling him what to do, and they might make it happen. So be mindful of that. Like, definitely be mindful. Even if he's like, "No, I don't want to do that," he'll take that power and he'll use his executive power in order to just, "Hey, you're a Democrat who's like not with me. Okay, get out of here. You're gone. You're gone. You're gone. Please get out and vote. Don't just vote for the president. Don't just vote when it's big. Vote when it's small. Vote when it's little. You got to vote from the bottom all the way up." And I wish there was a simpler way.
what do you mean by the bottom?
From
'Cause
the
I don't think people get it.
local officials,
Yes.
mayors, governors,
Sheriffs,
sheriffs, commissioners, all
Say it
of
with your
that.
chest.
nah, for real, because y'all
Mayor.
getting locked up for shit. Y'all don't even know why. Because you ain't vote for your sheriff,
Yeah.
fool.
It's literally like,
People been screaming, "We don't want Cop City down here." Well, y'all got to vote for people who won't let that happen.
Vote for the sheriff that don't want Cop City. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Either way,
I'm voting this
Teach-
year.
vote,
I'm
vote,
registered in Georgia now.
vote, and teach your children the importance of voting. Teach the next generation the importance because they're the ones who are going to control this in the future anyway.
And don't be one of them people who be like, "Oh, I gotta vote for it." Like, you gotta realize we only have one power for real as a citizen of the United States, and that's really to vote. And it's the most powerful thing you can probably do. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you ain't came up with nothing anyway. So just go do that. Research too. Know who you voting for. That's another thing. Because some of y'all just be picking because the shit look blue and you like the color blue. You know what I'm
And
saying?
don't go to ChatGPT because they're biased.
Well, yeah, like we said, y'all, get out and vote. Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
But we do want to take things back to what we do on this show. Y'all know we have the Keisha Done Said It part of the show. Unfortunately, Keisha's not here, but we do have Ashley. And Ashley has an Ashley Done Said It that she's going to share with us. So let's kick it over there.
Like an Ask Ashley. So we were talking, my friend and I just thought it would be interesting to bring it to a group of men. So one of my friends has gained some relationship weight. It's not bad. Like, the body is bodying. It's it's like grown woman weight. You know, hips spreading, titties are tittying, skin is glowing.
that's a good
She
way.
got that good
Ass
thing.
is assing, yeah. Like, you with your man, you get that little extra 5'10".
Yeah.
A bit of grippage.
Yeah. So she noticed she has a little midsection weight that she noticed that she wasn't happy with. And she doesn't want to get like work done or anything. She was just like, I want to get in the gym, blah, blah. So she talked to her man about it. And he's like, if you lose weight, we're done. And I was like, ooh. That like escalated quickly. And she was like, yeah, like he was just complaining. He was like, I like the weight that you're at. I like your body. I like it how it is. Like, if you get smaller, I'm not going to be as attracted to you. And she's like, well, I was smaller when you met me. Oh, well, like, I like where you're at now. So she's like teetering between, do I lose weight and like become happier, or do I just keep what's going? And we're hitting the 30s, so it's like that baby time. So I think her mindset is like not to try to lose weight to get a man. I think it's more like she wants to be healthy, so if and when she does get pregnant, she can lose it quick and not just blow the fuck up. So what are your thoughts on her man?
I feel like going for health is always the best way to go, right? Like, you should always promote that with your partner, with yourself, whoever. If somebody decides to go the healthier option, run it. You know what I'm saying? Now it depends on how serious he is, because some people, they might be.
He's dead the fuck.
Dead ass.
Yeah,
So he would really leave if she lost that weight.
Yeah, because I think he's insecure in a sense of like, if she gets finer, what's he gonna do? He's not like chunky or anything, but it's just one of those like he was dating a little out of his league
Oh, see, look, so now
to begin with.
So now we add insecurity into the equation, and so
Yeah.
whenever insecurity is added to the equation, you have to exit yourself out of that. You know what I'm saying? It can be cured during the relationship sometimes, but not all the time. It's very rare that it is cured inside of the relationship. It's usually healing. Outside of healing, usually gets rid of that.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's got to kind of do that too, right? He's got to get over that.
But you know how we do. It's kind of hard for. I don't think men can heal with somebody next to us. I think we really have to heal outside. Like,
I mean,
So
that's
you
the
think
whole
you have
point.
to heal alone?
yeah.
I don't know, man. I think that's the point. Like, a
Unless you-
relationship, if it's a good relationship,
That girl
she should
has to be
able
the healer.
like, yeah.
She would have to want to be.
If she's
the
not a healer, then what you with her for?
Well, I'm not a therapist.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't.
Shit, I don't need to
No,
fix
you don't
you.
gotta be a therapist, but I'm saying you need to. She would.
I think
In a relationship, they should be able to uplift each other. So
Okay.
if I have doubts, you can help get rid of my doubts. If you have doubts,
a safe
I
space.
can help you. Yeah, exactly. Y'all are
Okay.
supposed to create a safe space. So if it is an insecurity on his part, he needs to like at least express that. Like, I do think about the fact that you might leave me if you get
As a
pregnant,
man, do you
or-
think you would say that?
No, men are too scared to say stuff like that because they think it's gonna turn into a whole thing.
So what do you think, as somebody who might be afraid, what could you do to be more secure? Because I feel like for her, she's not doing anything. Like, she just wants to be healthy because he's trying to shoot the club up. And I think she's I don't want to be a fat bitch.
For that, right, I think he should allow her, well, not even, it ain't even up to him. It's
For
her
real.
body.
Nah,
Like,
for
it ain't
real.
even up to him for real. So
Basically.
that in and of itself, but him being upset about it is ridiculous. If your girl says she wants to get more fit, she wants to get better, you say, yeah, do that. I'm going to come with you. Let's get in the gym
Period.
together.
Come to the gym with me.
Let's eat some carrots and celery instead of these
Carrots
French
and celery
fries.
is
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
That's
But we
why
still
it's
gonna
so
get that
bad.
10-piece. But you
With the
know,
ranch.
like you just make it work. You can compromise. It's not like she says she wants to get like something crazy or something like, oh, I want to get a full body tattoo or I want to shave my head bald or something like that. Like,
But according to you, it's her body, so she should be able to
it's
do
true.
that.
But there's certain things that's gonna
All right,
sound crazy.
Let's talk about that.
No, there's certain, like, if he said the same thing, like, if he had long hair, he was just like, yeah, I'm gonna cut off all my hair. She'd probably have a fit. Like, well, if she love your hair, like, you'll have a fit if you got a man with hair, and he say, I'm gonna cut it all off.
I don't know. I'm a believer in, like, unless you got, like, an ugly head, I feel like do what you do. Like, well, you see some of the men, like, pre-beard, post-beard, or the hat fishers that, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hat Fisher.
So
It's
I
crazy.
feel like If it's nothing like that, like if you about to turn into a completely different man, then yeah, we're gonna talk about it. But if it's just something like you want to try something new, I feel like do your thing.
I think if you're trying to make a large choice that will pretty much change you, how you're looked at, or anything like that, working out is not that large of a choice. Working out is a healthy choice.
Yeah.
I don't see where that's bad. Like I can see if it was something crazy. Like I said, like him being
Fourth BBL.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Like. Yeah, actually, yeah, that's it. Like some crazy reconstructive surgery or
Yeah.
something. Like, oh, I just don't like how I look. I want to get and she wants to look like one of them messed up plastic surgery people, you know, high cheekbones.
We know.
And all
And the
that.
big ass lips.
Looking like
I
Roger.
wanna look like Barbie.
But yeah, it's not that big of a deal. So I don't know.
He tripping.
He tripping, really. And like I said, with the whole insecurity thing, if that is the thing, you guys need to, if y'all are in a strong relationship, y'all need to figure out how to create a safe space for each other to work through that. And as a man, men, we said this in an episode before, we should be able to express our feelings to women. You shouldn't be afraid to do that, regardless of how it turns out. Just know that you were able to get that out because emotionally, a lot of us aren't emotionally intelligent enough to actually convey our feelings, which is why we end up reacting in ways that turn out to be crazy, stupid, or crazy stupid. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah.
Alright.
Straight up.
Get your ass fatter in the gym.
Straight up.
That's it.
Well, let us know what y'all think. Comment down below. You know, how would y'all deal with this situation? You know, y'all think she should be able to work out? Y'all think the man's right? Is he justified? Is she justified? You know, whatever. Y'all don't have to say she need to leave him. Please don't do that. We don't like to do that. You know, y'all don't know the full
I'll say
relationship.
it straight up. Like, that nigga tripping, bro. Like,
Well, I mean, if y'all want to say that, y'all can say that. But, you know, let us know down below. But with that being said, I've been Tyler. Y'all can find me at new_Ty. Or y'all can check out The Bridge ATL at The Bridge ATL_ on YouTube. And I'm going to kick it over to Kel.
you can follow the production, Nostalgia ENT, and you can follow me, NUE.KELLY, on Instagram and other platforms and all that good stuff.
Instagram, I'm at ashley.cougar, and TikTok, I think I'm at cougar. It's all variations of my name.
It'll be on the bottom. I got you. It'll be on the bottom.
Thank
Make sure
you.
y'all like, comment, and subscribe.
Right.
Keep it locked here. We got way more videos. Coming. We're going to keep it going. But that being said, until next time, peace.
Peace.